everyone. It's that magical time of year. Probably just going to be watching this right after Christmas, but in today's build I'm going to be going through and making some signs for my brother and his kids, and as well as my sister and her son. These signs I enjoy quite a bit, making a few different things with my router, but these signs kind of have a bit more of a presence, and I feel that it should be will be appreciated on both sides. When we were real little and just kind of out and about with my dad and mom, we went to Home Depot, and I think it was Home Depot or Lowe's. I don't know. I was very young, so this is more or less relayed to me, and I vaguely have some kind of semblance of a memory of it. But we went there, and they're having one of their kind of build or craft days, and we each got a sign with our name routed into it. And it's just been kind of one of those symbols that we each had in our rooms growing up. So I kind of wanted to keep with that tradition a bit, and I figured it would make a good Christmas gift for my nieces and nephews, and hopefully they'll enjoy it. So we're going to go through, and I'm going to actually combine a few things. In my prior video, or a few videos back, made a ski rack silhouette as a commission for my boss's boss. And today's video, we're going to actually combine that with the same router technique of doing names on boards. So my wife was kind enough to make me some nice little templates. We're going to go through and glue those onto the board, and just go through, mill out each one of them, and I'm going to do the same kind of silhouette in a more shrunk down manner on the top of them. So follow along, and hopefully you enjoy. So thank you very much. Alrighty, so for this project I'm going to be using primarily my router, but I'm also going to be using my Dremel to go through and finalize the edges of the silhouette. I'm still borrowing my buddy's drill press, so I'm going to be using that with a burr. It's just looks like a mace, kind of quick spinning wood file, essentially, that hooks into either a drill, rotary tool, drill press. The sizes that I got actually have too thick of a shaft on them, sadly, to fit through my collet to go into my rotary tool. Although that works good because having a stable base to kind of push against to create all the mountainous ranges and get that textured look to it really works well, a lot better than trying to use your wrist, which will wear out pretty fast when you're doing a larger silhouette or multiple of them. I'm also going to employ something I've been needing to, and I've had off to the side. I just always get in a hurry and never set up properly. I have a box fan with a filter that I'm going to turn on, so that way to kind of pull a little bit of the ambient dust, so that way it's not just accumulating in the shop as much, is going to get pulled. I'm still going to have a lot of sawdust, but that'll at least kind of keep it out of the air. I am going to be wearing my respirator as well, so that way I'm not inhaling just a whole bunch of wood dust. That's not, regardless of the brand new lumber I'm using from Home Depot or pallet wood or any of that, sawdust should just not be in your lungs. And it's something I need to get better about. This is the silhouette that I'm actually going to be using as a template on the boards. I'm just going to be probably taking out this little section right here, and that's going to go through on each of them. And I think that just looks like a good little snapshot of Colorado. So figured they would enjoy that. I didn't think I actually made a build video on this one at all, but I made this as my test piece before I made the ski rack silhouette, and I didn't have any good ideas on what to do with it, and then I was suggested to make a hat rack. So that's what this ended up being. I threw some dowel rods into it, and just went with a quick and easy pop-tad method for the hanger in the back of it on both sides. So we'll be using that as a template on these, and then we're going to be going through, and so these don't wiggle around on the router, I'm just going to be using some basic glue from a glue stick to adhere it on, and then I'll go through and sand it all smooth once it's all said and done. So should be pretty fun, quick and easy process. So we'll jump into a quick little time lapse here, so that way you guys can enjoy it all at home. there we are. They turned out pretty good. I'm quite pleased with how each of them turned out to have a little bit of character, a little bit different from the other. I went with a natural stain. Have a couple purposes on that. One would be now it is customizable for each of them for the kids. They can go through and paint them if they want, or they can choose the color stain or paint that they wish for them to be, and it could be a fun project for them. The other thing is they can also just leave it blank. Us kids growing up with the ones that we had gotten were just left as blank pieces of wood, nothing special done to them, and they looked awesome and we enjoyed them. These had a little bit more character and flair than the other ones. I decided to have a bit more of a Colorado spin on them so they can remember where they came from and remember fun trip they had out here. And yeah, real happy with the end result. And they're meant just to kind of sit in each of the kids' rooms, signifying where their bed's at, or just that this is their room type deal. That was the reason we really enjoyed having them, and it was just kind of a fun symbol, and also just fun to have something that has your name on it as well. That was made for you. So hopefully they enjoyed it. Hopefully you did as well. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you are not as well up to this point. Hit that notification bell so you get notifications each and every time I come up with something new, different, odd, things utilizing different techniques that I've had, or just different things that are on my mind. Thanks again for watching.